Probably the first thing I think of usually is trendy fad, but I would say what they're trying to do here is something a little more realistic, something more lasting.
The reality of turning these modern-day buzzwords,
environment,
Community,
green restaurant,
biodynamic or organic,
sustainable,
into a profitable business plan can be difficult, but that's exactly what Founding Farmers, a restaurant 3 blocks from the White House, is doing.
we're trying to find farms and producers that have sustainable practices, that don't feed their animals antibiotics and not impact the environment negatively.
It all starts with independent family farmers.
We know the people that we're interacting with. They know who's growing this food, who's producing it.
Once the food gets into the kitchen,
We have a schedule of equipment usage. We turn equipment off and on based on peak usage. We have filtered hoods that essentially pull all the grease out of the air that we expel.
at the tables, customers are given menus printed on recycled paper with soy-based inks and served siphoned water.
So we have a special machine that filters the water without the use of chemicals. We actually were able to obtain some old-fashioned milk bottles to serve the water in.
Servers also play an eco-friendly role by using resources and disposing of waste wisely.
When we remove things from the table, that gets composted and it goes back to farms for use in fertilizing the soil.
Yellow is for composting, and blue is for recycling. Whatever trash is left goes into the gray bin.
Which is significantly smaller than any restaurant or food service I've ever worked in.
At dinner or at the bar, the clientele sip on organic, sustainable, or biodynamic wines in a modern barn-inspired space. The salvage concrete gets a fresh look with hand-painted motifs.
Well, I think there's two things going on. The one is you have the concept of a sustainable restaurant, and then there's the physical imagery that's actually associated with that. It was almost like we were looking for metaphors for the farm.
HAPSTACK designed the restaurant according to green architecture standards, from high-efficiency light bulbs to reclaimed barnwood doors to low-fume paint.
I would categorize the restaurant as the reflection of 40,000 farmers.
Bring something new onto the Washington, D.C. scene.
You know, if the restaurant wasn't here in 500 years, we don't want to leave behind a mess after that.
And what it does mean to farm in this country.
Actually supporting local farms, but doing it in more of a public way.
What it does mean to be organic.
Use their resources wisely.
What it does mean to be sustainable.
For U.S. News and World Report, I'm Chayal Parikh.